What you need to do, and Jacob, you'll be able to watch this after, right? So I'll upload this right away. Okay. You got two lines here, right? I'll do one of them in red, right? I'll do the first one in red, and I'll do the second one in blue. Okay. So then there's two pieces of information when you do questions like this, right? Change it to two pieces of information. You've got kind of a y-intercept, right? So that's what happens when I plug x equals 0 in, right? So if I were to plug in x equals 0, the first term would cancel out, and I'd be just left with y equals 3. That's how that works, right? So it's actually like, it's following the form y equals mx plus b, right? Where b is where it crosses the y-axis, right? So for the first one, I'm going to do this one in red. Where do you figure it crosses the y-axis then? Right at 3. Okay, good. So you already had that, so that's good. So crosses right there, right? And then you got to follow the pattern, right? So it's up 1 over 2, up 1 over, and you just do that a whole bunch of times, right? So you go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, right? You just need a few of them, right? And I might go, what's the opposite of going up 1 and over 2? Or I should say up 1, right 2. What's the opposite of that? Down 1, left 2. Down 1, left 2. Now you can connect all those dots, right? Now I got a pretty good idea of like what the line's doing, right? Okay. So the nice thing is that this is in color. So normally on your test, when you write it in pencil, we're going to want to see you label it y equals 1/2 x plus 3, right? But I can see it because of the colors here, right? So I do the exact same thing with this question, right? So this time it's going to be in blue. You can ask yourself, what happens when I plug in x equals 0? Well, it cancels out, right? So it's 2 times 0. And then that just means it crosses at x equals 6, or y equals 6, sorry, right? So then I go and find that point, just like you did with this one. Go find it, and there it crosses at 6. And what's the slope this time? What am I going to do? You could pretend
if you want to maximize the
this is like
put up a quadratic, do you need?
y equals 2 over 1. And I can divide anything by 1, right? It's still just the number,
Think
right?
of the actual parabola,
Plus
what it
6.
looks
So
like.
you're going to do the same thing. It's just opposite this time. I'm going to go up to right 1, right? Up to right 1. Up to right 1. Not necessarily useful, right? Because if I keep going, it's never cross. So I'm going to have to use my backwards pattern. I'm going to have to go down to left 1, right? And then same thing, down to left 1.
Help this student. Do you need help just with the actual
Down
work?
to left 1.
I just realized
Okay, and then I can connect those dots.
You bumped it up, right? Because before that it was like we're at risk,
Right.
right?
So now you could say, okay, well,
But we really need to be doing.
this question's asking for the point of intersection, right?
I don't know the exact number, but before we were at risk.
The point of intersection is where the two lines cross, right? So then you just read this.
Okay, but
So
we got bump
you
up,
just
we
find
looked
it,
at that,
right?
See how that went? And what's the
It's
worst
right here.
thing that you learned from it, right? You learned from that bump up.
Right? That's where they cross. So then your final answer is just simply, you read that point off. What the values of that point is. It's negative 2, 2. Right? And you could say is equal to the POI.
Okay? Okay. So I can't give you the
That make sense?
exact one right now because I just
I don't
realized
understand the
how to
math.
bump up. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That way.
Okay.